What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mr. Investor YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be covering the big announcement from Vechain. I talked about it in my last video, how they were kind of like teasing about it, but today they actually dropped the announcement saying, happy to announce that VeUSD, Vechain Thor's first native stablecoin, will soon go live. Users and enterprises will be able to easily create/burn fully backed USD-based stablecoins, opening VeChain up to DeFi, Web3, and novel real-world use cases. And so this is the article that they dropped today here, saying that today we are excited to announce that following several months of development, the contract for VeUSD, VeChain's first native stablecoin, will soon go live on mainnet, ushering in a new era for Vechain Thor. And then it says that with our global aims and ambitions, launching our stable token at the dawn of 2022 aligns with our projected growth phase, a period where the technical maturity of products and services we have developed over the last 5 years begin to translate into accelerating real-world adoption. Positive progress in the global regulatory climate and increased understanding of the value proposition of blockchain technology are setting the stage for rapid growth of the field. Developed by Stably, onboarded by Cream, and with stablecoins issued by Prime Trust, a Nevada chartered trust company from the U.S., VeUSD promises to unlock new applications and new functionalities for community and enterprise partners alike. We selected Stably as a vendor due to their strict compliance with U.S. and global regulatory authorities. As blockchain moves mainstream, compliance remains critical for maintaining our position as the leader of real-world implementation of blockchain. Compliance is key to our ubiquitous mass adoption, hence our close relationships with key channel partners and global authorities in this subject, and they list DNV and PwC. Stablecoins are, of course, no exception to this reality. Every single VeUSD minted will be fully backed by physical reserves of fiat money that can be redeemed at a 1-to-1 ratio at any time. Fiat accounts are monitored and audited by Prime Trust, a Nevada chartered trust company that also acts as a regulated administrator. With this in mind, users can rest assured VeUSD provides a fully compliant solution with a guarantee of dollar value. One of the benefits of the Stably Prime platform is the ease at which users, whether enterprise or individual, can mint and burn VeUSD. Once a user has created an account on Stably Prime, they can deposit USD and then quickly convert it to VeUSD. Users can also deposit other types of stablecoin on Stably Prime, convert them to USD, and then convert the resulting balances to VeUSD. And they're going to be posting a video tutorial by Stably to help guide people through this minting and redemption process. And they're also working on plans here to integrate a widget directly into the Vechain Thor wallet, which should be done by the end of the first quarter of this year. So very exciting news, guys. Very, very exciting. And then on top of all of that, in the coming weeks, we will launch a Vechain Hackathon to incentivize and spur the development of tools and functions, as well as new types of protocols and projects on Vechain Thor, with prizes to be paid in VeUSD. In addition to the kinds of use cases typically associated with stablecoins, we also wanted to share some hypothetical but realistic scenarios for VeUSD to help you understand the broader scope of possibilities for VeUSD. And then it just says that there's endless applications for the stablecoin usage on Vechain here. But some of the examples they give here is poverty alleviation and incentivized ecosystems. We all know about DeFi applications. They also talk about automated smart contract settlements, sustainability, and circular economics, and then there's just an infinite possibilities with VeUSD and the Vechain blockchain itself here. So I'm very excited. I think this is going to open up a lot of doors here for people to continue to build, to create, and to innovate, and we're going to have a lot more adoption and use case on the Vechain platform itself. So I'm very excited for this. Very excited. This is Stably's Twitter here, and they're just showing like a little infographic GIF of them and their Vechain partnership here. So very nice to see, very exciting. And on their website, this is Stably's website here. It says bridging value from the real world to the digital economy here. But the thing I want to highlight here are their partners, right? So they have Prime Trust, which was listed or said in that article. They're also with Kyber Network, Stellar, Bittrex, a crypto exchange, and Binance, a crypto exchange. So Those are some two heavy hitters right there, and the fact that they're using Stably, now Vechain is going to be using Stably, I think just solidifies its position here. That's going to be a very big movement for Vechain. These are two little articles here I'm going to be showing you guys that I think just a little bit interesting tidbits about Stably. This one is how these former Amazon engineers built one of the leading cryptocurrency projects, citing transparency is the key. I'll post this in the description down below for you guys. And this is the other one from CoinDesk. Another stablecoin just launched with real-time view of dollar backing. I'm not going to read this article for you guys, but this quote right here I think is very interesting. And I think this is going to make Stably really stand out from the rest of the stablecoin competition that is out there. Stably recognizes that a fiat-backed stablecoin requires a high standard of public transparency for consumers and businesses to build trust. Users of Stably's future platform will be able to view our fiat reserves balance in real time via a live feed from Prime Trust's API. Accounting firm Cohen & Co. will also conduct weekly attestations for our fiat reserve. So, there's been a lot of controversy with USDT, also known as Tether here, that their reserves are not backed one to one. They've never been audited, and there's a small team handling a lot of cash right there. So the fact that they're going to have a live feed and they're going to have weekly audits basically on this for transparency here, weekly audits on their back-to-back reserves. It sounds good. It sounds nice, but we're going to see. I'd like to see it in person here. But just to cover some things that I saw on Twitter that I thought were interesting, this is from Brat. He says that long-term readers might remember how I compare blockchain networks to economies. VeUSD completes the picture. He says that Vechain, or VET, is ownership of the network and right to govern. Veto is the right to use the network, whereas VeUSD is a stable medium of exchange to pay for goods and services on the network. OV-Servant, or VServant O, listed here, said that Prime Trust, one of Vechain Partners for VeUSD, have these product offerings and use cases. Do the math, VFam. Let's imagine circular economy incentives given directly to the user store wallets, then off-ramping stables directly to the debit card. So he highlighted debit cards here, and he also highlighted crypto on and off ramp. So Prime Trust is going to be a name I'm going to be looking out for more often here, and I'm excited to learn more about them. But speaking of Prime Trust, this is their website here. They have over 500 integrated platforms. They had 250 million API calls per month here, and they're at $2.25 billion transacted and settled every month. And they're trusted by another set of big names here. We have Binance US, Kraken, Aave, Abra, I believe we OKCoin, Bittrex. Like, these are big names here in this, so this is exciting. And this is Prime Trust's 2021 year-end review. And it just goes to show that what they've accomplished so far has been pretty impressive. Prime Trust enabled our customers to onboard millions of new crypto users, a total of more than 2,000% growth in users' accounts. And then it also went on to say that new customers welcomed in 2021 include FTX, a derivatives crypto exchange, who have been making big news lately, right? They bought the Miami stadium. Fold, a Bitcoin rewards debit card and shopping app. Cato, a crypto payment platform. Cash.io, a crypto investment payments app. Securitize, a digital asset securities platform. And OnRamp Invest, a wealth management platform for RIAs. It also says that 2020 has been a breakout year for Prime Trust. Assets under custody have increased 280% year over year. They've processed 300 million API calls and settled up to $3.5 billion per month. And they've also just announced their $64 million Series A. So very exciting news from Prime Trust here. I like that Vechain's using Stably and this company, Prime Trust. I like what I'm seeing so far. So all signs look to be pointing in the right direction here, especially that they're both US based. So they're going to be under strict regulatory watch. So it's going to be nice seeing that they're going to be compliant in everything that's involved. But just to finish up this video, guys, Vechain Stats here. X nodes, we dropped a couple X nodes. And then yesterday, or today technically still, right, is 264,000 VETH burned with a 1.1 million clauses. Now, I did see some news that was a lot of reverted transactions. I haven't done my due diligence on what was going on here, but nonetheless, here not all of those can be reverted. So this is nice mainnet activity for sure. And just to touch on those X nodes that were destroyed, we lost a VThor X and a Strength X node, both by original owners. So that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at TheMrInvestor. And until next time, I will see you then.